Yeah, hi. In this video tutorial, we are learning loops in Java programming. In that, we are focusing on for loop and while loop. In programming language, loop are used to execute a set of instruction functions repeatedly when some conditions become true. Now, the Java for loop is a control flow statement that repeats a part of the program multiple times. Now, if the number of repetition is fixed, it is recommended to use for loop. Now the syntax is initialization, condition and updation, that is the increment and decrement operator, and then codes to be executed. Now the Java for loop is used to repeat a part of the program several times. If the number of repetition is fixed, it is recommended to use for loop. As I told you, a simple for loop is the same as C and C++. We can initialize the variable, check condition and increment and decrement value. It consists of four parts. First is initialization. It is the initial condition which is executed once when the loop starts. Here we can initialize the variable, or we can use an already initialized variable. It is an optional condition. Now condition. It is the second condition which is executed each time to test the condition of the loop. It continues execution until the condition is false. It must return boolean value either true or false. It is an optional condition. Statement. The statement of the loop is executed each time until the second condition is false. Increment and decrement. It increments or decrements the variable value. It is an optional condition. Now talking about Java while loop, is used to repeat a part of the program several times. If the number of repetition is not fixed, it is recommended to use while loop. Now the Java while loop is a control flow statement that executes a part of the program repeatedly on the basis of a given boolean condition. Now it is used if the number of repetition is not fixed. It is recommended to use while loop. Syntax is while, then condition, and then code will be executed. Now what we have right now discussed, we can see in the form of program. This is a for loop. Now in that for, then initialization, condition and updation through increment and decrement operator. Now I had create a primitive data type int, and the variable is I. In that the value stored is 0. Now it will check I is less than 10, 0 is less than 10, answer is yes. And then it will check now the value of I has become 1, 1 is less than 10, yes, so the 1 will be printed. Then it will check 2, now the value of 1 has become 2 because of the increment operator. 2 is less than 10, answer is yes, it will print 2. Then the value of 2 has become 3. Now 3 is less than 10, answer is yes. In this way it will go on till 10. We'll just compile and see it. See, you can see from 0 to 9, because it will start from 0, because I have written over here 0. 0 is less than 10, answer is yes, so it will print 0. So then it will come to 9. 9 is less than 10, answer is yes, it will print till 9. 10 is less than 10, answer is no, so the condition is false, so it will stop the loop over here itself. So this was a very simple program, and that we had seen for loop. Now we'll see little bit complication. We'll make a sum. Now here primitive data type is int, variable is sum, and that had stored the value 0. Now initialization, condition and updation. I is 1, I is less than equal to 10, I plus plus. So what will happen? Now let's say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see the number 1, 2, 3. This is value of I, that is incrementing by 1. And sum right now is 0. So what is sum plus I? So 0 plus I, 0 plus 1 is 1. Then 1 is right now sum. So 1 plus 2, 3. So it will go on till number 10. And finally the output will be 55. We'll see the output. See, the sum is 55. Sum was 0. Then I value was 1, 1. Now the sum value is 1. And I has increment by 1, so I has become 2, so 3. So now sum has become 3. Now I has increment by 3, so it has become 6. So in this way your for loop sum will be printed. It's very easy. Then while loop. Now in while loop, okay, while loop also it's very easy. Now what will happen? Now here int is my primitive data type, counter is my variable. In that I have stored the value 1. So counter less than equal to 10. And 1 is less than equal to 10. Answer is yes. It will print 1. Then 2 is then equal to 10. Answer is yes. It will print 2. So it will print, okay, the value of counter is 1 to 10 till it will print. I'll just show you the output. The value of counter is 1, 2, 3. So what will happen? Till the condition is satisfied, it will print. Once the condition is not satisfied, it will come out from the loop and it will stop printing the number. So in this way we have done for loop and while loop. It's very simple, okay. For loop and while loop, as I had given you the briefing also, where for loop and while loop is been used. I hope you had understood the tutorial. It's very simple.